Welcome to Silent Witness, where every love story hides a secret and every betrayal has a voice. You're about to hear a story that cuts deep, so sit back and listen close.
We're the place where we really get into a story, look at all the angles, and hopefully find those little nuggets of insight that just click.
Make things make a bit more sense, yeah.
Exactly. And today, we're doing something, well, pretty special and very personal. We're diving into a story shared directly by one of you, an 18-year-old listener named Lena. It's raw. It's unfolding right now. So our mission today, take Lena's confession, this really unfiltered look at love, friendship, all the messy connections, and see what universal truths might be hiding in her experience.
Yeah, sort of pull back the layers.
Right. We'll meet Lena, obviously, Ethan, her boy best friend, and Maya, her childhood friend. And this isn't like a simple story. Not at all.
No, it sounds like it's got history. Long-standing feelings, missed chances.
And some pretty unexpected betrayals. It's a chance for us to explore the emotional mechanics when things get complicated.
And I think what's so compelling is how Lena's situation, while hers, really touches on dynamics so many people face. Trust being tested, old feelings bubbling up. So we'll be looking at the intentions, the perceptions, always tricky, and the consequences that ripple outwards. It invites you, listening, to think about those tangled choices we all make.
Okay, let's get into it then. Let's unpack this. Our story kicks off with Lena, 18, and Ethan, her boy best friend.
That classic label.
Right. And their connection is deep, like elementary school deep, back in their small hometown, Brookhaven.
Wow, so real history there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And they've stayed close, same college now, even studying the same thing, business management.
Okay, so their lives are pretty intertwined.
Very. And for years, everyone around them, parents, friends, you name it, they saw them as that pair, the ones who were, obviously into each other.
The ones who should be together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But Lena puts it perfectly. She says they were too awkward, too shy, and too scared to ever get it right.
That fear. It can be paralyzing, especially when you're young.
Totally. So it created this long-term situationship, just hovering, never quite landing.
Stuck in limbo.
Yeah. And within that, there were these couple of really key moments, missed opportunities.
The what ifs.
Big time. Lena talks about one time Ethan actually told her he wasn't mature enough to be the kind of boyfriend you deserve.
Oof. That's a tough one to hear. Honest, maybe, but tough.
Yeah, she said it hurt, but she kind of got it.
Yeah.
But then months later, the tables turned.
Okay.
Ethan actually tried to kiss her, leaned in. And Lena says she panicked and pulled away. Just pure reflex, it sounds like.
Oh, no.
And she says she still regrets this to this day. She's worried he thought, that she didn't feel the same way back.
And that right there, that sequence, it's fascinating. This long period of unspoken feelings and then those two specific moments, Ethan's self-perceived immaturity, Lena's panic.
Yeah.
It's a classic example of what you might call assumption traps in relationships, isn't it? Her panic, totally understandable, gets read by him as rejection.
Right, like she didn't want him.
Exactly, and that reinforces his idea. It really shows how, without clear communication, these ambiguous actions or perceived rejections spiral. They become self-fulfilling, even with real feelings underneath.
So that gap, that unspoken stuff.
That's the fertile ground, unfortunately. Sets the stage for all the misunderstandings to come.
Okay, so fast forward. Lena's 18th birthday. This becomes a huge turning point.
But not intentionally, I gather.
Not at all. She decides to invite her childhood friend, Maya, someone she's known, and this is a quote, since before we could even talk.
Wow. Like cradle friends? Deep history?
The deepest, seems totally innocent, right? Just inviting an old friend to her party.
Seems like it. So what happens?
Maya and Ethan meet for the first time that night, and according to Lena, they hit it off instantly.
Instantly.
But Lena says she didn't think much of it then. Why would she? She trusted Maya completely.
That makes sense.
And get this, years before, Lena had actually confessed to Maya that she wanted to marry Ethan one day.
Oh, wow. So Maya knew. She knew the depth of Lena's feelings.
Explicitly. So the trust Lena had in Maya felt absolute.
And this is where it gets psychologically interesting, right? It highlights that vulnerability, the assumption of, let's call it, transferred loyalty.
Transferred loyalty. How do you mean?
Well, Lena has this deep, long-standing platonic trust in Maya, and she sort of implicitly expects that same loyalty to apply now in this new situation involving Ethan, someone Maya has no history with.
I see. She assumes Maya wouldn't cross a line because they were friends.
Precisely, and it raises that difficult question. Is it naive to expect that? Does friendship loyalty automatically translate when romance or potential romance enters the picture, especially when feelings have been openly shared?
Yeah, good question.
Lena offered trust based on years of history, and that trust, that expectation, is about to be seriously tested.
Okay, so 2 months pass after the party. Lena starts noticing something strange.
The spidey senses start tingling.
Pretty much. She's with Ethan, and a notification from Maya pops up on his phone.
The phone notification. A modern relationship drama staple.
Totally.
Yeah.
But Lena says it wasn't just the notification, it was his reaction. He immediately flipped his phone over like he didn't want me to see.
Ooh, yeah. That's not subtle. A definite red flag.
You'd think. But Lena, instead of confronting him then and there, she takes a different approach. More cautious, maybe hopeful.
What does she do?
She arranges to get coffee with Maya, and she says she casually asked Maya about her dating life, trying really hard to sound normal.
Testing the waters. Carefully.
Yeah. And Maya denies seeing anyone, flat out denies it.
And Lena?
Lena admits, I believed her. I wanted to believe her. That desire for it not to be true was strong.
That wanting to believe. It's powerful. It can make you ignore things.
For sure. But the truth has a way of coming out, doesn't it? About a week later, Ethan, Lena, and some mutual friends are hanging out.
Okay. The plot thickens.
And one of the friends just accidentally sees Ethan's phone screen and sees the truth. He and Maya weren't just friends.
The accidental glimpse. Another classic. So undeniable proof.
Undeniable. Lena says her heart sank. Everything she'd feared but tried to ignore was real.
And that whole sequence, from the phone flip to the coffee denial to the final reveal, it's such a clear picture of how trust erodes. Slowly, painfully.
Yeah, it wasn't instant. It was gradual doubt.
Exactly. And it's amplified by that confirmation bias we talked about. Lena wanted to trust Maya, so it was harder to accept the evidence pointing the other way.
Like the phone flip.
Right. It really highlights how our emotional investment, our desire for things to be okay, can blind us to those early warnings. It delays the inevitable confrontation and often makes the final crash even harder.
So that night, the night the friend saw the phone, Lena confronts Ethan.
The moment of truth.
Yeah. And she says, to his credit, he didn't lie.
Okay, that's something. Honesty, even if painful.
He showed her the chats, and they've revealed that Maya started messaging him right after the birthday party.
Right after. Okay.
Apparently, Ethan's replies were kind of cold at first, neutral, but Maya kept pushing, flirting, kept at it, until eventually Ethan started to develop feelings for her. And yeah, they had been dating for weeks behind my back.
Wow. Weeks. That's significant deception from both of them, really.
It is. And then comes the really gut-wrenching part.
Right.
Lena asks him the big question.
Does he still have feelings for her?
Yes. She asks if he still has feelings for her. And his answer, yes, he always liked me.
Always. Wow, okay, so the feelings were still there, but...
But he explains why he pursued things with Maya. He says after Lena rejected his kiss that night, months ago.
The night she panicked.
Right. He assumed I didn't want him anymore. He told her, straight up, I need to move on, Lena. I thought you were done with me.
Whoa, Lena, hearing that must have been devastating.
She says hearing those words, that explanation, literally felt like it was breaking her.
I can only imagine the missed signals, the assumptions leading to this outcome. It's tragic in a way.
So her first reaction, anger, lots of it.
Understandable.
She says she was angry at Maya for lying, obviously.
Yeah.
But also angry at myself for not telling Ethan how I truly felt.
The self-blame kicks in too. That's common.
Yeah, she says she spiraled a little. Old issues, depression she'd dealt with before, struggles with eating, they started creeping back.
It sounds like the emotional impact was really severe, a real blow.
It really was. But then, after what she calls a few dark weeks, something shifted. She told herself, enough.
A turning point. Good for her.
Yeah, she started focusing on herself. New haircut, a bold one, she says. New clothes.
Yeah.
Self-care stuff. Poured energy into her studies.
Taking control back, reclaiming her focus.
Exactly. She completely cut Maya off. Distanced myself from Maya completely. Makes sense.
Total sense. But Ethan,
That was different. She admits, I wasn't ready to lose him. He was my best friend. He always had been.
that connection was too deep to just sever, even after the betrayal. That's complicated.
It is. And this whole part of the story, it's so raw. The immediate pain, but then that spark of resilience.
Absolutely. And that anger she felt at herself. And it brings up an interesting point. Is that anger helpful, or is it just another layer of pain?
Good question. Like, is it motivating or just punishing?
Right. Because while self-reflection is vital for growth, getting stuck in self-blame doesn't really move you forward. Often that inward anger is really just frustration about the situation, about feeling powerless.
Yeah, I can see that.
So her resilience, that enough moment, feels less about blaming herself and more about reclaiming her own power, her own agency. That shift is crucial, moving from feeling like a victim to taking charge of her own healing.
Right. So she's working on herself, but she and Ethan are still friends. How does that even work?
Well, their lives are still deeply connected, remember? Same major at college.
Oh, right. So they can't exactly avoid each other.
Nope. They see each other daily, they study together, they FaceTime about assignments, they still have their inside jokes. They're somehow managing to keep that best friendship alive.
Wow. That takes effort on both sides, I imagine.
For sure. But then comes another breaking point. And this time, the pressure comes from Maya.
The other part of the triangle.
Exactly. Maya lives an hour and a half away and she's still finishing high school, so maybe she's feeling that distance, feeling insecure about Lena and Ethan still being so close.
Seems likely. What happens?
One day, Ethan calls Lena. His voice is shaky, she says, and he drops this bombshell. Lena, I don't think we can be friends anymore.
Whoa. Just like that. Because of Maya.
Pretty much. He explains Maya had a meltdown, told him she doesn't trust you, meaning Lena, that she thinks Lena is still in love with him and is going to try and break them up.
Okay. And is Maya wrong?
Well, this is where Lena is incredibly honest, at least in her confession to us. She says, the thing is, she's not wrong. I am still in love with him.
Wow. She admits it.
Fully admits it. He's my first love, and I don't think I'll ever fully get over him. But then she adds a crucial caveat.
Which
She claims she would never cross that line. I respect relationships, even hers. But then she adds this little twist, or at least I used to. Ooh, that used to. That hints at a shift, doesn't it? A change in her resolve.
it really does. And the confrontation doesn't end there. Later that same night, Maya calls Lena directly.
Oh boy. Direct confrontation.
And Lena says Maya was screaming, crying, accusing her of threatening her relationship, telling her to stay out of their lives.
Intense, pure emotion spilling over.
Totally. Maya apparently begged me to step aside, to let go of Ethan. Lena tried to explain, but Maya wasn't having it. Lena eventually just hung up.
Understandable. Sounds like a conversation going nowhere productive.
Right. And that call, that direct attack from Maya, seems to be the final straw for Lena. It shifts her from feeling hurt or conflicted to just angry, determined.
The gloves are coming off.
Seems like it. Lena says, now I'm angry. She lays it out. Maya knew how she felt for years, went after Ethan anyway, lied, insulted her.
All true, based on Lena's account.
And now Maya is trying to force Ethan to cut Lena out. Lena's reaction is just, no, full stop.
And this whole escalation, it really forces the issue of boundaries, doesn't it? And ownership. Maya's insecurity, justified or not, is leading her to demand control over Ethan's friendships.
Yeah, so it's an ultimatum, basically.
Yeah.
Me or her.
Exactly. It turns it into this zero-sum game. Loyalty is suddenly finite. Someone has to lose. And it moves everything out of the realm of secrets and unspoken things into, like you said, an open declaration of war.
Puts Lena in a corner.
Or maybe
Uh,
pushes her out of the corner she's been in.
Right.
It forces her to take a definitive stand, maybe one that's been brewing for a long time. The power dynamics are shifting dramatically.
So this brings us right up to the present. Or, well, Lena's present when she wrote to us. The story culminates in this really high-stakes moment.
Okay, the climax.
Tomorrow, meaning the day after she wrote this, Ethan and Lena are scheduled to meet up.
And Maya?
Maya's stuck at school.
Oh.
An hour and a half away. She can't be there.
The perfect storm. Just the two of them.
Exactly. And Lena's intention for this meeting, it's crystal clear now. No more shyness, no more holding back.
What's she gonna do?
She says, I'm going to tell him everything. How I still feel about him, how Maya insulted me, how I don't want to lose him. Laying it all out.
Wow. Full transparency after all this time.
All this time. And she acknowledges the uncertainty of it all. She muses, maybe we'll just talk. Maybe we'll have a drink.
Or maybe.
Maybe we'll finally cross that line we've both been dancing around for years.
Whoa, she's actually considering it? Going there?
The possibility is definitely on the table in her mind. But regardless of what happens, her final declaration is powerful. She says, I don't know how the night will end, but I do know one thing. This time, I'm not stepping aside.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
Seriously. That's a moment. It's Lena fully reclaiming her story, isn't it?
Feels like it.
After all the shyness, the missed signals, the regrets, the being pushed around, she's choosing radical honesty. knowing it can blow everything up or change everything forever.
Takes guts.
Immense courage, and it's such a powerful shift from that passive regret we saw earlier to active agency. She's deciding that confronting the truth, however messy, is better than silence. It's an act of self-empowerment, no matter what Ethan decides.
She's taking the pen back, writing her own next chapter.
Beautifully put. Yes.
So where does this leave us? And where does it leave you, our listener? This deep dive into Lena's story. It's messy, it's heart-breaking in parts, but also kind of empowering, right?
Definitely.
It's just such a vivid picture of how complicated relationships get, unspoken feelings, betrayal, tough choices when love and friendship crash into each other.
And connecting it back to that bigger picture, Lena's experience is such a potent reminder of how our past actions, or sometimes our inactions, our assumptions.
Like Ethan assuming Lena didn't want him.
Precisely. How those things create ripples that affect our present in ways we just don't expect. It also throws those ethical dilemmas and friendships squarely into the light. What do we owe each other when romance gets involved?
Yeah, what are the rules? Are there rules?
And maybe more importantly, it highlights the sheer courage it takes to finally face uncomfortable truths within ourselves and with the people involved. Sometimes peace doesn't come from avoiding the storm, but from walking into it with honesty.
So, for you listening, Lena's story really is an invitation to reflect, isn't it? In your own life, your own relationships. What lines are you willing to cross? Or maybe, more importantly, what lines won't you cross?
When you're faced with those hard choices between love, loyalty, maybe even just self-preservation.
Yeah. It leaves us thinking about the quiet power of feelings left unspoken for too long. And what happens, what really changes, when you finally decide you're done stepping aside.
A powerful thought to end on. What happens next for Lena? We might not know, but she's chosen her path forward.
If you enjoyed the story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss the next twist. We drop new stories every day,